Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Pleasure's mine. One of the first questions people, whenever people talk about Riz Khan in Pakistan, the first question is, where is he from?
Yeah, it's true.
Please enlighten us.
I was born in Yemen when it was a British colony, in Aden, actually. And when the British left in end of '66, my family moved to Britain. I used to always joke that we fled with the British, and then my mother got upset, so I started to change it to we strategically withdrew with the British in '66. So I grew up in London, but my mother's family originally, she was born in Mukalla in Yemen as well. Generations earlier, her family had moved from Kutch, Gujarat, in what was British India, to Yemen. And my father was born in British India as well, in Amritsar. In the partition, he became Pakistani, and so his family moved to Lahore. So it's that kind of mix. Basically, the way I describe it, I have Gujarati and Punjabi blood. And what's difficult about that is I have the Punjabi appetite and the Gujarati sweet tooth.
Can I say that journalism is your passion?
It is, it is because I've done it now for so long and I so enjoy doing it. It's kind of interesting. I'd like to think my passion is my life, which means a bit of everything. And I'm one of these people who, in a kind of sad but also good way, mixed too much into it. I like music, I play the drums, I like art, I draw, and whenever I get a chance, a bit of painting or sketching. And I like travel, I like languages and everything. And in a way, the journalism combines a bit of everything.
What is the vision of Riz Khan?
Some people say you have to have, aggressive, fire-burning passion about something, which means that you'll be driven. Well, for me, the world is like that. There's so much fun out there. And I try and concentrate on that. I like to stay good-humored too. That it's important for me to then keep peace of mind that way.
What do you think it takes to make a Riz Khan, as far as elements are concerned? What would be your take on that?
I think because I'm open-minded, I think it takes. I'd like to think it takes a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm left-handed, which is kind of a strange thing, especially in Islam, actually. But I'm left-handed, and that also has its own quirks. I tend to be left-handed in the sense of the artistic and the musical and languages and stuff like this. I mean, I pick up languages generally quite quickly. All these elements come in and create, the patterns have all come and created my life. I have a pattern of whether it's work or play or whatever. It's all part of the same flow. So it's hard to say what makes me, but I know that these elements are an important part of me. The music, the art, the work, the life, the fun. Humor is a key thing, though, very much. Without it, God knows how I would survive.
How important do you think for a society or a community to have journalists coming out?
I think it's crucial to have, to be represented in every sector of work. Because the fact is, they should be able to pioneer. They shouldn't have to say to their parents, so-and-so did it, therefore I can do it. We should be able to pioneer. But South Asians have traditionally looked for security, and certain jobs, they believe, guarantee security. Once you're a doctor, you're guaranteed security. So it's, South Asian people have never really focused on the arts in the same way because they don't necessarily see the value of it, security value of it. I think that's changing.
As a human being, what would be your message to the average Pakistani youth who's been watching you, respecting you, and learning from you? What would you say to them?
Well, first, always keep an open mind. It's very easy to be misled. And young people want to be part of something. They want to be part of a movement. Pakistanis are under great suspicion. I have had far more trouble going through US airports with my name, Khan, and a British passport. They think British Pakistani and pull me aside. So Pakistanis have to keep an open mind. America can be a great source of inspiration if approached the right way. I always say, look on the internet, explore, go out and see what's out there in the world. Don't just take news from one source. Don't just listen to one person. One thing I've learned as a journalist is there is always more than one side to a story. You may agree more with one side than the other, but there is always more than one side. And people mistake opinions for facts. Just because someone has an opinion, it doesn't mean it's a fact.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure, Imran. My pleasure.
Thank you.